Morning. So this is the room we're going to be doing. There's my son in the background. Hey, Dex. Dex. Hey, you're live on Instagram. No, I'm just filming for YouTube. So this is the room we're going to be doing. I've got my light on today because it's quite dark in here.
Right,
But
why didn't you put that light on?
I can put that light on. Dex is absolutely right. See who the brainy one is here, can't we?
Hold on.
There we go, that helps. So I'll show you the before of what it looks like, and then I'll do the during and the after. But it's an old house, remember, so we might come across a lot of surprises, and there might be things that we have to do that I haven't planned for. But yeah, I'll show you the before, and then we'll get into it. So when you first come into the room, as you can see, there's lots of cracks on the ceiling. This is a 1930s house. They've added this lovely beading to cover the wiring they put in afterwards because they couldn't be bothered to sink it in the wall. Got this gorgeous textile texture wallpaper, not. I want to keep this lovely picture rail though, and I want to keep the pickers if they're going to be okay. But we'll see what state they're in. This is going to be replaced with a new radiator eventually, and we're going to have new flooring. But we can at least strip off the walls. As you can see, the wallpaper is pretty darn horrible. Look at that stain over there. I don't think this has been changed for a long time. So we're going to take everything out, apart from this massive 6 foot bed. Hello, little elf. This 6 foot bed is going to stay in here because I ain't moving that, but all the boys' toys and stuff in the wardrobe, if you could call that a wardrobe, everything's going to be moved. We haven't put too much in here because we didn't want to move too much out. Yeah, I want to take off all this horrible wallpaper here, and I can see there's lines under the window, so no doubt there's going to be some filling in to do there. And take up this and then put a nice new rug down, paint the fireplace, might put something above here just to frame it. But we need to take off all the wallpaper off the ceiling and see what those cracks are. And you can see we've had our own sprinkler systems fitted in, very discreet, in every room. And yes, put a proper piece of wood up here for the, because I just put a temporary bit so we could have curtains up, put a proper bit of wood across the windows, and just hopefully make it the nice colours that Dexter would like. And Dexter, what was the colours you wanted in this room?
Grey.
Grey. You wanted different colour greys, didn't you?
Yeah.
So
Grey. Dark grey, grey.
So normal grey on here, dark grey above the picture rail. Do you want dark on the ceiling or lighter?
Light.
You want light, dark,
Like
light?
doors.
Okay. This sun is completely different to the other sun. The other sun...
He wants rainbow walls.
Exactly. Completely different. Ollie, Dex is very grey, white, black, likes everything quite neutral. Where Ollie likes rainbows, glitter, gold, silver, and he's basically every colour in his room. So we'll be doing that once we've finished the cantilever in the lounge. But yeah, let's get started then. So far it's going well. The wallpaper's coming off really easy. Excuse my cat Lara, she's the biggest wimp ever and hates going outside. But I can't reach her, I can't get her in, so she's just gonna have to wait there. But yeah, so the walls look pretty good. There doesn't seem to be so far. I mean, I've got to fill in holes by there. And I'm thinking about sanding this bit of wood or something similar and just put in a shelf, maybe cut that in half, having a shelf there. I've also just shown Dexter a sample of French chic that I don't know if you can see the colour, but we're going to be painting this black, probably blue, so I just put a little sample on there. But yeah, I mean, that's where the chimney is, so it's going to look a bit dark there, but I can put some mould paint on here just to, this is just where the wallpaper's been and it hasn't been able to breathe. I'm going to put some new shelves up there. But look, yes, it's coming off really easy, so fingers crossed all the walls are like this. But we'll see. I know by the window where they put the windows in, there's big cracks, but I'm hoping, oh God, I'm hoping that those cracks can just be filled in, so that we haven't got to have new plasterboards on the ceiling. But we'll see when we get the paper off. I'm covered in bits of paper and glue. Look at my hands. Don't know whether you can really see it, but yes, I'm covered. So I've got most of the wallpaper off there. The walls look really good so far, which means I can keep the skirtings on. This is going to be covered anyway, just a few patches where they've had things on the wall, but so far those walls look really good, so I won't need to touch them, which is really good. I'm just waiting for my wallpaper stripper to heat up again, and then I need to start taking off stuff off the ceiling. God, I'm sweating. Yeah, and we'll see what those cracks are up there. I don't know whether you can see them in the camera. But yes, still a long way to go yet. So yesterday we managed to get these walls done. As you can see around here, there's some big holes. I've just taken out some stone, well, some plaster, and as you can see here, the stone needs filling. So I've got some expanding foam, and I'm gonna fill this, and then I'm gonna cement over, the holes around the window before I can paint. So I just thought I'd mention here that we put the first coat of paint on the fireplace and it looks really good. With French chic it always looks a bit patchy on the first coat, but don't ever stress about it because it does turn out nice in the end. And in the holes there around the window I've put in some expanding foam ready, so waiting for that to dry. And I just thought I'd mention here, we're obviously keeping the big bed for now, but that will be going downstairs and Dexter will have a smaller bed here, so you can have a little bedside table there, because it's a bit big. We're going to put some shelves up here with scaffolding boards, and over here we are building a wardrobe with a desk. So there's going to be like cupboard spaces here, and it'll finish at the door. So it'll be quite a big size wardrobe, floor to ceiling. But he really needs the storage for all his clothes and his belongings. So yeah, there'll be like cupboards here, and then a door, and then here he's having some shelves, and down here will be all his hanging garments, and here yeah, there'll be like 2 rails of garments there, and then in the middle bit will be where his desk is going to be, and a TV, because he's obviously going to be doing a lot more homework as he gets into comprehensive school. So we thought that space would be really ideal for him to have everything tucked away nicely there. So yeah, hopefully when it's all finished, it'll look really good and just like part of the room. So I just wanted to show you the things that we use for filling in after we've done the expanding foam in the window. There's the window, and it's looking pretty shocking. But yeah, that's the holes with the expanding foam in. So I just wanted to give you a before I filled it in so you can see how bad it looks. It does look really bad, doesn't it? Holes all the way up must be where they put the window in, or taking it out, that just shattered it. So yeah, I'll be filling it all in with like cement and then plastering over. But first of all, I'll use some PVA glue just so that it can bind to the wall first of all. So these are just the tools I'll be using. So wish me luck. So I'm just giving you some measurements of the water that I put in first into the bucket. And here is me just putting the glue. Not very good camera angle there, Kath. But yeah, just showing you the PVA glue that I need to put onto the window pane. Window where as you can see there. Just look what I'm doing. I'm still getting my head around this editing lark, and yeah, still struggling, but we'll get there. So yeah, you just paint it on so it has something to stick to afterwards, something to stick to when you put the adhesive on, or whatever you're using, cement, plaster, it helps it to stick to the brickwork. So I'm just going over all the dusty areas, all the cracks, so that hopefully when I do apply the plaster, it will stick. Fingers crossed. As I say, I've never done this before, so it's all new to me, all fun and games. So now I'm just putting the plaster into the bucket with the water, and it'll say the measurements on there that you need, but basically it has to be like almost like if you think of a cake mixture like that. So it does go hard, the plaster, within like 15 minutes. So it is advisable that you mix it quite quickly and then get it to the consistency that you need, so that you can apply it and it doesn't go too hard or too soft before you need to. So it does take a bit of practice, I suppose, but towards the end I did get it, which was good. So as you can see here, now it's at a nice consistency that it can go onto the wall and it won't be too runny or too thick to manoeuvre with. See what I mean about it being like a cake mixture? Ideally I would have had like a plastering, I think it's called a Hawk. Maybe I'm wrong, I can't remember, but anyway, the right tool for it to be nice and smooth, so I ended up just using this, but we got there in the end. So this is the first coat going on, and I'd have to wait for this to dry before I can then reapply the second coat, which will smooth it out. So I do this for a little bit, and I'll show you what it looks like when I've finished. Sometimes you just think, why did I start this? I got paper in my eye, and look at that. That is gonna take me forever. It's taken me 2 days just to do the walls. Now I'm doing the ceiling. Oh. So guys, that's the first part of my first video that I've just put on for you now. So hopefully you like it and enjoy, and I'll put up the second one of what I did next week. If you like this video, please like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.